Rarely am I left speechless. This is like the shortest episode yet, 41 minutes. I don't know what to do with this guy. You haven't wasted a penny. This is unheard of.
I appreciate that, man.
All right. I can't help you, man. I can't help. You're going to be helping me in a couple years. I don't know what to do with you at this point, Colin. I never even thought about that, dude. Making China 3D printed. They do everything at 1/8 of the cost. That's genius. You don't have to pay for molds. You just make the... Holy crap. How do you price something out like this? What are you thinking?
So
we've had people spend tens of thousands to do what this dude seemingly did while he was stoned. Hello, guys, and welcome to the Invent With Me podcast, where each week we guide aspiring inventors and product creators to turn their innovative ideas into reality, learn valuable tips, insights, and success stories from people roughing it in the field of inventing so that you yourself can make your mark in the world. I'm your host, Grant, inventor of Torque Strap, a killer new spring-loaded cargo strap, a strap so easy to use you just pull. And with me via Google Meet, my new friend Colin, the inventor of Just a Pinch, a pipe packing device that is about to take the smoke world by storm, one pipe at a time. How you doing, Colin?
I'm doing good. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you so much for having me on today. I really appreciate it, and hope to gain a lot of good insight today.
I know we will. I know we'll dig into a lot, and I'm really excited because this is something that has been ripening for some time now. You reached out to us well over 4 months ago on the email with some general questions. You had kind of run into the typical Google search results, which was people wanting to charge you $10,000 for patent searches and then their patenting process and doing all types of research for you. But luckily, you sussed that out pretty quickly, and then that's probably about the time you found us. So without further ado, why don't you start from the beginning? What is your product, and how did this come about?
Yeah, so my product, Just a Pinch, it's a packing device for those with either dexterity issues, cleaning issue, like when you're packing devices, bowls, sometimes it can be a little messy, so it helps with that regard. And just people who also have sensitivity issues for touching actual flour. I'm not going to take you all the way back, but I'll start, with the ending of college. I went to the College of Charleston. I studied business administration. I was working as a chef during my last 2 years of school on top of being a full-time student. So admittedly, when it was graduation time, I was pretty burnt out. I came to my mom, was like, I just need a couple months to relax, take some time off, and then I'll start looking for work. And it was during that time I started getting a lot of like print on demand videos, drop shipping videos, and I kind of dabbled in that world. Etsy print on demand's been pretty successful for me. I'm a star seller there, have over 500 sales, over 2 stores.
Wow.
And the drop shipping was kind of a bust. So I stopped the drop shipping as much, but I did learn a lot from that you can't really just take any random product off Alibaba and slap a logo on it and call it a day.
I wish.
Yeah. It's where I kind of just took some time off, was looking for work, and I ended up interviewing with a corporate company. I'm not going to name any names, but I had mentioned that in my last email with y'all, kind of figuring out how to navigate, starting my product while working that position. I was in the onboarding process, and I kind of realized, maybe this isn't the position for me. So that's when I started looking more locally. I found a dispensary to work at, and that's when I kind of went full-fledged on my product development. I found a box retailer off Alibaba and made the order for 500 boxes. And now I'm working with the plastics manufacturer to actually manufacture the device.
Awesome. So you have a lot of background in e-commerce. Was this a case where it's like, I got to find a product if I want to turn profit? Or was it like you had an aha moment when you were packing something?
It was more of like I'd gotten home from my vacation and I kind of had that aha moment. I was sitting on my back porch, indulging in some green leisure, and kind of realized there's never really been a way to take whatever material you're using and seamlessly pack your device, your apparatus with that. And literally the design just popped into my head, and I had to go draw that down right then and there. So yeah, that's kind of the process of how I got to where I am today.
Got you. And when you first dreamt it up, did you think, nobody will buy this? Or did you think this is a banger? It's a home run? What was your thought?
Honestly, it was like, would people use this? Yeah. So it was a lot of testing. I just brought it out to, my friend's house, wherever we'd be using. And they're like, what is that? Like, I was like, I made it. And they're like, that's really cool. Like, I see a market for that. You should sell that. And I was like, okay, so there's actually some legs here,
Yeah.
That because I was just working with the prototype at that point. And that's kind of when, after reaching out to you guys, getting your insight, that's when I was like, okay, I might maybe have something here.
So it was a little bit dark and scary and fuzzy, and then I like to pat myself on the back. We kind of gave you at least that bit of faith to say, all right, I have the wherewithal to do this. That's awesome. I want to take a quick second to shout out our Discord channel. Anybody listening, we're going to bring in Colin at the end of this. The Discord channel is getting insanely valuable right now. We've created a community of people like Colin, and it's blossoming into something I never anticipated. Just yesterday, Cliff chimed in and he sent us the pictures of his finished product in his garage. The dude was on the show 4 months ago, and he is such a gangster. He has finished product in his garage in 4 months. I'm like, oh my gosh, where would I be if from the day I incepted it, 4 months later, I had product in my garage? I'd be in the tens of millions at this point by now. So anybody listening, if you want to get in on that, it's just $6 a month. There's plenty of places you can waste money in this venture. Colin ran into that right away. And I can promise you this, there's no shortage of people who will take first a couple $100, then $10,000, then $20,000, all with the promise of the hope of one day making a couple $100 a month in royalties. And even that's a slim chance. For $6 a month, you can do this the right way and build a 6-figure brand, 7-figure brand, 8-figure brands. It is possible. And if you're intimidated by Discord, it's just a group chat. Just sign up on the Patreon. We'll personally message you. We'll guide you into the thing. We'll show you how it works. All you boomers out there, I know it's scary. It was actually kind of scary for me, but it's a really easy, seamless process, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, Colin, but I can already tell you're sharp and you're intuitive and you're a go-getter. That's why I definitely want you in the Discord after this. And I want to ask, how exactly does this product work? Does it pick up bud plant and drop it in or pack it in?
So
walk me through that.
Let me take out the device for you. I actually have the directions on the back here.
Oh, good idea.
As well.
Nice.
I'm going to put a QR code up there as well that will display how to use the product.
Sweet.
So here it is. You pull back the lever.
Yeah.
The bottom end is hollow. So whatever product you're using, you just push it and it packs that back in there.
Oh, cool.
And then you just push down again.
Yeah.
So wherever you're...
It's almost like you're injecting a shot of bud right into your bowl.
Exactly.
That's so killer. I mean, simple but elegant.
And then the back end, you can actually pack down the bud as well.
Oh, so it's kind of got a contour to it. Look, I'm sure when that came into your mind, it was like, this is pretty simple. Somebody could steal this. Somebody could this and that. But I'm assuming now you've learned that, hey, I'm the first one to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the guy in the stores. If anybody else comes and does it, I've already dominated. I got the reviews. I got the sales. I got the name. I got the brand. And it's something you'll work on every day. But that's the position you're in, brother.
Yeah, no, I was almost kind of shocked when I went online trying to look and find something similar that there's nothing just as simple as that. All the other products are just you actually have to pack them with your hand, So it kind of just defeats the purpose of, the seamless packing aspect.
Right. Yeah. No, that's true. So how did you engineer this product? That's always the biggest first hang up for these people.
So I actually just found a freelancer through Fiverr
Okay.
and talked to him. He said, yeah, I can design it to you, and had it to me within like a week.
How much did he charge?
I believe it was like $60. So
Dude.
yeah, not too bad.
For $60, he had his product engineered, people. Are you hearing this? You can get on inventsuchandsuch.com right now, and they will charge you 15 grand for the same process and never get it done. We've had people on the show who have had that exact experience.
Wow.
That's incredible. Well, when you get on the Discord, hook us up with that guy. We'd all love to utilize him. Okay, cool. So you got it engineered for 60. Oh, it's comical, Colin. Like, you did this the right way, and it tickles me. You can tell I'm glowing right now. You did it better than I would have. Oh, man. Okay, cool. So you got it engineered, and then from that point, did you start 3D printing this based off of that CAD?
So I had the one done, and then I was speaking with a friend who has his own 3D printer, and I was going to do it with him, but then I realized, actually, through you guys, you were talking about getting, finding a supplier through Alibaba, and that's the route I went, doing it for pennies now. So I can definitely appreciate going that route. Yeah,
that is so cool. Okay, cool. Because that's always what I tell people. Everybody has this, they're clinging on to their invention. They want to make it themselves first. And I get it. I made thousands of straps by hand. I have permanent nerve damage to prove it. And for what? For what reason? To say I have my hand in it, to be sure every single one is inspected. You can do all those things when the product lands in your garage anyway.
Exactly.
And for pennies on the dollar, if it's bad, throw it in the trash and move on. But you're running a business now, brother. You don't have time to be, I'm waiting on my bed's not level on my 3D printer.
Yeah, that's kind of what my mom was saying. She was like, time is money, man. You gotta get those in before and get those on the shelf. Otherwise, you're just gonna be spending the next month printing those things.
I like your mom. I like your mom a lot, because most moms, they chime in, I don't know, they could rip off your idea or whatever. But she's like, no, time is money. Let's go. Let's run.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool to hear. Okay, so what step in all of it, because you seem to kind of breeze through it with our help. What step in the process was a bit of a hang up? Was it the IP in the beginning? Or, well, I don't want to lead you. What was the difficult part?
Honestly, finding the right packaging. There's a lot of websites that will do it for like, I don't know, $4 a box, and it's just not very manageable. Like, running at those margins. So finding the right person in regards for the packaging was definitely the most difficult hang up.
And then how did you go about that? Who did you find?
So I thought it would just be the best to find someone who does cartridge packaging, like dab pen cartridges and stuff like that, through Alibaba, and that's what I did. Even did custom inserts for the product as well. So it was a good deal.
All right. So as far as that packaging design, did the Alibaba people help you with the art as well? How'd you get the art?
I got the art off Fiverr as well.
Okay. So when you hit up the Fiverr guy, you said, I want to design a package. What did that Fiverr person need to package properly? Did you have to go back and forth with the manufacturer as far as dimensions and stuff?
There was a little bit of back and forth, but the manufacturer were able to apply the graphic as needed.
Okay, so the graphic designer based it off of the box die line that the box manufacturer in China gave you guys.
Yep.
And applied all that art, and then sent the art to the box manufacturer. They laid it in and printed it, and voila. That is so cool, dude. You haven't wasted a penny. This is unheard of. Oh my goodness. All right. I can't help you, man. I can't help. You're going to be helping me in a couple of years. I don't know what to do with you at this point, Colin. No, I'm just kidding. Let's talk about price. So obviously you're getting it manufactured the right way. I don't need to know what your cost is. I can already guess what your cost is, and I'm happy about it. How do you price something out like this? What are you thinking?
So I was thinking 15 is a solid in the middle price point. And then have the shipping on top of that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. If you're going to go online, I would recommend, well, first of all, there's Shopify, then there's Amazon, or however you just, there's your website, and then there's Amazon. You almost always need to offer free shipping because Amazon kind of screwed us all on that. No one pays for shipping anymore. And websites do charge for shipping, but it's websites who are being selfish and clinging on and looking at the numbers. But when you really break it down, it's better to just up your price to $19.95. Let's say your product's going to ship for $5. That brings you down to a $15 sale price, right? And based on the price you're getting this at, you're looking at a 12, 15x multiple, no matter what you do. I mean, you're looking at like a 90% profit margin, dude. So you have a lot of room. And what you'll run into is if you charge $4.99, $5.99 for shipping, you'll just have a lot more customers abandon the checkout.
Okay.
And that just sucks. Because when you look at running ads and all that stuff, you get so many people to your store. If the vast majority of them convert, you don't have to spend that much in ads. But if you have friction in your cart or your checkout page, now you got to drive more. It's silly. It's just silly. And then that will prepare you for Amazon too, because that will set a nice baseline price for Amazon. You can sell it for a few bucks more on Amazon because people will pay for that convenience, $24.95, whatever. Amazon's going to dock about 20% of that price. So you're talking $5-6 for fulfillment and fees, maybe a little more, maybe $7. And you're still looking at your 15, 16x multiple. Okay. So yeah, I think you're absolutely spot on with your price. You can go a little high and then pay for the shipping, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Now, have you laid out any e-commerce sales channels, or are you more focusing on retail at the moment? What's your thought process?
So I do have an Etsy store already started. I'm just waiting on the product before I start like having a marketing rollout. I'm going to soft launch, I think, within the week. So I have an Instagram page. Have some marketing directives in the works already that I plan to upload this week. And for sales funnels, I was thinking, Etsy, Amazon, maybe a TikTok shop, because I have a buddy who has access to TikTok shop. He has like the qualifications you need to meet for that.
And you can get those pretty easily too. You just fire up your own little LLC or corp, whatever you do. It's a pain in the butt getting signed up with TikTok, but with your product, I think it's worth it because yours is a turn and burn, no brainer. When you're under the $20 mark, you're in that brainless purchase zone. It's a beautiful space. And I want to add one more note. Definitely offer 3-packs. You know, and you can just kit those at home, or if you're sending them to Amazon FBA, just tape 3 boxes together. You know, do it kind of elegantly, and then slap a SKU number on or a barcode on it. Because increasing your average order value, that's where it's like, you know, you get 30 customers a day at $15. It's like, woo. You get 30 customers a day at $45. It's like, holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And you can do virtual bundles on Amazon. I won't get into that. Alfonso's in the Discord. He can help you with that. Those are really cool because people can put together as many as they can order a 7-pack, and it's all done in the warehouse, unbeknownst to you. Okay, cool. Let's jump back. The product's currently being made. Have you gotten a sample from this manufacturer during the process?
So from this exact manufacturer, no, but I have been, in touch through the whole process, looking at, the actual designs. They've been sending me videos, making sure everything is to my liking and how similar to how this product operates.
Cool. And this manufacturer, were they already making bud packing devices? I'm assuming not.
No, they're just a 3D printer manufacturer, and they print whatever.
Oh, so they're actually printing it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Well, I like that because there's well, one, you said they're doing it very inexpensively. So I never even thought of that about that, dude. Making China 3D printed. They do everything at
Yeah,
1/8 of the cost.
exactly.
That's genius. You don't have to pay for molds. You don't have to worry about warpage and overbleed and all the things that come with molds. Don't get me wrong. When they can start shooting this thing in a couple molds, you're talking like a penny a piece.
Yeah.
But not literally, but 10 cents a piece. But that's genius, especially for your first round run, because you can get as many as you want already inexpensively. There's no mold cost. If there's an issue, they just recalibrate the machine. They just, if you want to make an addition, you want to make it a little bit wider, a little bit, you don't have to pay for a new $3,000 mold. You just make the, holy crap. Blowing my freaking mind today, Colin.
Thank you, man.
Do you think there's any, we all know what 3D printing looks like, and it's getting much, much better over the years. I know no one would complain with your product, but I'm thinking about other inventors, people in the Discord, past guests. Maybe the finish isn't always appropriate when it comes to 3D printing. Would you agree, or do you think it's more dialed in?
I think these days it's a little more dialed in. Honestly, I think it probably just depends who you're working with, though.
Okay, that's a good point. Well, then take it with a grain of salt, but for your product, dude, that is such a home run. Ah, good for you. Okay. When do you expect to get the shipment?
I think it's going to be coming in within the month.
Okay, and did the manufacturer handle the shipping for you?
Yep.
Cool. With your product being so light and I'll call it like low touch, as in, well, lightweight, and it's not oblonged or awkward, or it doesn't have gunpowder in it or batteries in it. Yeah, just let the manufacturer handle that, because it's a no-brainer. Your time is money. When you get into like shipping container status, pallet status and shipping container status, which you're probably already on a pallet, but then you can reach out in the Discord. We'll hook you up with our shipping agency. It's not sponsored by us. They're in Hong Kong. I'm on a first name basis with them. That's about all I can say. But I just had a shipping container land at my warehouse yesterday, a 40-footer, and it only costs like $7,000. It's very simple. You know, $7,000 in the scheme of oh God, I don't know, 10,000 units. You know, it's like pennies per unit, and I have a heavy product. So one issue you'll run into with when you get to larger container status, let's call it, when you let the manufacturer handle that, every time they have to charge you for like the duties and customs. I can't remember what the name of it is, but you have to have your own certificate. Yeah. When you go with the people I hooked up with, they just charge you one time, like, all right, one-time fee, $200, and you'll have an annual certificate. So you don't have to get charged the extra $500 at the port for customs and all that. Like you'll have a bill of, I can't remember the name, but no, that's cool. So you hope to have it within a month or so. Now, you said something interesting in your last email. You said that you've already shopped this around with smoke shops.
Yeah, so I was posting on a lot of Reddit communities, and I had a couple smoke shops reach out to me. Since then, it's gone a little in the dark, but I hope to get in touch with them again and, sell them the finished product.
Do you consider yourself a good salesman?
I mean, I do work in a dispensary, so all days I'm doing sales. So yeah, I do.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, there's doing sales, and then there's selling your own product.
Fair.
Because these people are walking in warm. They want to smoke. They want to get high. And either way, they're going to give you their cash. But when you're coming up against a friction purchase, like a door-to-door knock trying to sell solar, take it from me, that's not fun. Same with your product. Yours is going to be a little more fun because in your space and at your price point, you're basically offering the shop owner to print money. Put this on your counter, and you're going to increase your average order value every day by $15.
I definitely didn't want to come off sounding cocky or anything, but I almost think the product kind of sells itself,
right?
More than anything I have to do.
It will sell itself, but I'll say this: at the price point you're at, you're gonna want more, and you're gonna. To say it'll sell itself is true for a handful of customers. I think that my product sells itself. Everybody that walks in my garage and does the manhood test and they operate it, I have this show on YouTube. They're like, "This is incredible. Where can I get one?" But they don't go buy it. So there's selling itself, and then there's actually closing the sale. So I'll say approach that idea with caution. It's great to have confidence, and you're 100% right that it is a good product and everybody needs it. But you're going to run into sales shop owners who can't make payroll that week, so come back next week. Oh, our electrical's about to get shut off. Come back in a month. Well, we just bought a bunch of new product from Zozo's, so come back in a year. Well, we have exclusive distribution with Jackwagon and Assholes Incorporated down in the valley. All this stupid friction, you got to get past. That's where you got to be a hard seller. Say, stop. I'm not. You're not dealing with the distributor. You're dealing with me. I think just put this on your counter for a month. If this doesn't increase your average order value by $5 for every customer that comes in the store, averaging out how many they sell a day, then I'll come back and I'll take all the stuff and I'll be out of your hair. But you got to have this product in here. Be very confident, be very pushy. Because again, it is good, but store owners, they're a pain in the butt. They're dealing with distributors that they like, and they're dealing with products that they know, and they have to implement that new SKU into their system. And I'm being dramatic. Some of them are going to be really chill. Like, yeah, dude, I'll scan it, put it in my system. Yeah, I'll sell it. All right, take care. See you next week. Regardless, there is, I don't know, I live in Miami now. There's probably 275 smoke shops in the greater Miami area. I'm from Los Angeles. There was probably 400 smoke shops in the greater LA area. These are just two cities of like the 50 major municipalities in the US, let alone e-commerce. Your market is huge. Think about how you can slowly roll out and hit all of them. And that's not an easy task. That requires a salesperson, maybe running really good ads to target these people. But again, you're going to be making a 7-figure sales number within a couple of years just doing what you're doing. Just posting good videos, just getting organic traffic to your website and Amazon, just landing a couple retail stores here and there. This can be a 7-figure business by 2027, no doubt, 2026. But eventually you'll get to the point where it's like, all right, how do we take over the world? And always be thinking about that. Be thinking about your new plan for taking over the world. So, it's 10:30 in the morning. What are you going to do for the rest of the day? What does an inventor like you do with the rest of the day?
Well, it is my day off, but you have given me a lot of inspiration. So I'm definitely going to have to hit the books and start thinking about some stuff here.
Well, it's all here. Obviously, you can go back and watch this episode. It's all in the past shows. We're here to help you in the Discord. A cool thing that's happening right now is everybody is A/B/C testing, or we're doing this rate my video thing. So when you shoot a video for social media in the vertical format, before you post on social media, we all take a quick glance at it. You send us a little link or something. And man, Elena blew my mind yesterday or the day before. She taught us all this little SEO trick to reach so many more people. And on top of that, like we get input from everybody else, like, oh, the logo in the bottom made it feel cheesy. It felt like an ad. It didn't feel like something my buddy would post. So let's try it again. And it's cool. We're all just snowballing on this stuff. So I would think that would be where you should start to give your interest, is set up your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can shoot 30-second videos. If you don't like being on camera, this can be faceless. You've all seen it. Just your hands only. It can be voiceover where you don't have to talk. Or you can get in their face and be like, how are you packing your bold?
Yeah, I guess my one main concern, I mean, I don't know if you've worked with any products in this space before, but obviously, running ads on stuff like that and just getting the algorithm to pick it up can be a little more difficult. How do you think I should go about marketing that? I've seen how other creatives have done it, but
Well, I'll share. I think when you post organically, if you're not explicitly putting marijuana into a bowl and you're focusing more on tobacco or maybe even shredded up paper, where it's kind of, maybe that's the gist of it. Like, hey, we all know what this is about, but you could try that angle. First, try it with your bud. You don't know. You maybe get kind of shadow banned. You may have to start a new account. That is a real thing, despite popular belief. For you, though, I think something that would be really cool, hookah, for example. We were going to go to a hookah lounge and we didn't know anything about hookah, so we YouTube hookah. And there's these guys that own this smoke shop, and they just clung to the hookah niche on YouTube. And they show you how to pack bowls, and they show you how to blow sick clouds, and they show you why you're getting juice in, and why it's getting a harsh, and why it's getting a burn, and how many coals, and how to cook the coals. All these things. You could probably be pretty successful with a long form YouTube channel. From there, you can cut that into shorts, so you have a nice array of content per week. That's a little bit more labor intensive. It's a little bit more of a slow burn. I would just go for it, dude. Just shoot short forms, ASMR, oddly satisfying, dip it in, pick up the substance, pop it in here, 2 thumbs up, 15-second video, post it on 4 platforms. The next day, invert the video, post it again with a new title. That's 8 chances you just had of going viral in 2 days, and then do it all over again. With that model, you can get so much. And then just put one good link in your bio. Don't do a link tree. Those are the herpes of the social media space. That's my opinion. I don't have any data to back that, but I'm a firm believer in one link straight to your Amazon store or straight to your Shopify.
Got that.
If you're running meta ads, which Sergio on the Discord can give you an overview of how that would work. If you're running Meta or Google ads, you always want to drive the traffic to your store, because now you've picked up their pixel, their data, and that's the situation where when they get on social media the next day, they see you again and again and again. And the third time they buy, and you got that guy.
Yep.
All right, cool, man. And then we skipped over IP, but what did you land on with protecting it?
So I have a provisional patent in the works. That's about it so far.
That's all you need. Once you get some cash flow, then make that decision.
Yeah.
When you're up on the 9-10 month mark, you're getting good cash flow, paying $7,500, $9,000 for a patent, it's going to be a drop in the bucket. You're like, all right, I'll get that one. And then a year later, you're going to have a new idea, and then you're going to pay for that one. And the company's paying for it now. You're not paying for it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. My buddy also said, I thought it was a good idea, that I should get some like cameos from like Snoop Dogg or some other weed influencers. So I think I might do that as well.
You definitely should. What I always tell people is have a plan of what's going to happen with that content. To just post once of Snoop Dogg, yo, I did, and you just post it on Facebook, and maybe he puts it on some channel that doesn't actually get that many views. He may only get 15,000 views, and it may be a good 2 days of sales. But unless, be sure you have the right to reuse that footage, you have the right to his name. I don't know how all that works, but I've spent a lot of money on marketing things that I thought, oh, well, this guy has a big following, and that guy has and it always ends up being underwhelming unless you have a really strong rollout plan. Okay, we get the footage from Snoop. We make sure we have rights to that footage for 365 days. Since he's already shooting the video, we give him 3 scripts, so he does it 3 different ways. And then we're going to implement those on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And then we're going to do a fun video about how I got Snoop Dogg on Cameo on a long form YouTube. You want to milk that puppy for everything it's worth. That's the only time it's going to be a huge return on investment. And I could be wrong. Sometimes these things can happen and it's like, oh my God, we did $400,000 in sales that month. And that may happen, but you will make more with a plan.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so have those channels in place. There's nothing worse than having one awesome video of Snoop Dogg and then posting it on a brand new Instagram with 31 followers, and it just doesn't get traction because the algorithm doesn't know you yet. They don't know what you do, what you're about. Teach it. Give it time to know what you do, what your niche is, what your SEO is, and then you can get into that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. All right.
Well, shoot, I wish I could help you more. Do you have any advice for me? Because I think you could help me.
I'm flattered. Thank you, man.
Well,
you're giving me a lot.
Look, it's a lot in a short amount of time, but I know you have a handle on it. You have the wherewithal for it, and I'm happy to help you anytime on the Discord. So just
we'll definitely hop in there. Just send me over that info. I appreciate it.
Will do. I'll get you signed up after this episode goes live. That way, everybody knows who you is. They can welcome you in with open arms, and we can get rolling.
All right. Thank you so much, man. It's been great.
Of course. Thank you, Colin. I'll say bye now. You can hang up, and then I'll close the show. So thanks a lot, my man.
Bye.
All right, take care, Colin. Wow. Rarely am I left speechless. This is like the shortest episode yet, 41 minutes. I don't know what to do with this guy. But I can tell you for a fact that he's going to be helping all of us very shortly on the Discord chat. This guy's just, and it was so, did you notice how nonchalant he was about all that? Like, yeah, so I just got it manufactured. Hey, yeah, $60 to get it engineered. And I'm like, we've had people spend tens of thousands to do what this dude seemingly did while he was stoned. Okay, let's put it that way. All right, guys, thanks for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you're listening to the show, subscribe or follow the show. Leave us a rating. And remember, Colin and I took the punches so you don't have to. Colin rolled through this on his skateboard. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next one.